Okay, changing the subject of the formula is one of the most important skills you could learn in mathematics. It's one of the pillars, right? It's up there with learning how to add and subtract. You need to know how to do it if you want to pass C-Sec maths and C-Sec physics and anything that involves any form of calculation. So let's start off easy with numbers that we know. If I say 4 plus 5 is equal to 9, what is 4 equal to? Now everybody knows 4 is just 9 minus 5, right? That's easy to see. But pay attention to what is going on with the numbers and the changing of the signs. So now we'll switch it off with symbols. A plus B is equal to C. What will A be equal to? If you're paying attention, here with 5, you move the 5 across the equal sign and the positive sign in front of the 5 change to negative. And now you have A is equal to C minus B. So this is what you do when it comes to the addition and subtraction questions and changing the subject of the formula. You'll move the symbol or the number across the equal sign and the sign will change. So the sign will change from negative to positive if it's negative first, and if it's positive it'll change from positive to negative, right? So you'll flip what you have. So let's try some questions. If we have this equation, 8 minus y is equal to x, and I say make 8 the subject. Well, just move the y over the equal sign. Move it to the next side and flip the sign of the y. So 8 is equal to x plus y. Y will go from minus to plus. But let's say I want you to make y the subject. Well, if you're going to make y the subject, right, we're going to get y by itself. But right now it's minus y. And that's okay. But when you want to make something the subject, you'll prefer it to be a positive number. So if I say make y the subject, instead of moving 8 first, we'll move y across the equal sign to change y from negative to positive. So coincidentally, we'll end up with the same equation we have here. Then, to get y as the subject, we'll move the x away from the y and bring it on that side. So now 8 minus x will give you y, and that's how you make y the subject of the equation. So moving and flipping the sign is all good and well, but what's actually happening under the hood? Under the hood, this is what's happening. If you have x minus 5 is equal to 10 and I want to get rid of 5 minus 5, I just need to add 5 to minus 5, and that way it'll cancel off and give us 0. And that's what we're doing every time we move something across the equal sign in your head or without knowing. Then if we get 0, we'll have x is equal to 10. But because this is an equation, and because I added 5 on the left side, I have to add 5 on the right side. And that's why we end up with the correct answer. X is equal to 15. So pay attention to that. In the equations where you do on one side, you have to do it in the next side to keep balance, right? To be perfectly balanced. So that's it for addition and subtraction. Now let's get into the rules of multiplication and division. If 5 times 4 is equal to 20, what will 4 be? We all know 4 is 20 divided by 5. But let's get deeper into it. How do I get to this point changing the subject? Well, if I have 5 times 4 is equal to 20, there should be an equal sign here, not a time sign. Well, right now 5 is a numerator multiplying by 4. I can move it down here, cross multiply, get it down here, and it'll become a denominator dividing 20. And that's how I end up with 4 is equal to 20 over 5. Right, that's how you get it. But the next way you could think about it is the same as what I was doing before with addition, doing the same thing on both sides. If I want to get rid of this 5 here, I can divide that 5 by 5 and I'll get 1. And it'll just be 4 then. If I have 1 here, it'll just be 4. That's the only important number. But if I divide by 5 on this side, I have to divide by 5 on the next side. So you end up with the same thing. 4 is equal to 20 divided by 5. So let's try some more. If A over B is equal to C, and I want you to make A the subject, what we'll do, you can just move B up here. Right now B is a denominator dividing A. If I move it up here, it'll become a numerator and I'll be multiplying by c. So a is equal to b times c. But you can use the other method as well. So you could use the multiplying by both sides to cancel something out. So if I have a over b here and I want to get rid of b and b is the denominator, I can multiply this b by a whole number b. Because remember, whole number b, that'll be like a fraction over 1, right? So you can multiply them, cross it out, and since I multiply by b on this side, I have to multiply by b on the next side. So you have the same answer. A is equal to b times c, or c times b, same thing. And with that, you could factorize, and with that you could change the subject of the formula of anything, right? You have most of the information that you need. So now it's just time for examples.